Dylan, will you please do the honors of kicking off
I'd be
our
honored here.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is another kickoff to week 8. It's week 8, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's week 8. Welcome to Sport Dolls. This is I just can't believe where the season has gone by.
Yeah, exactly. It's been going good so far. Pretty happy with the outcome. And last week was challenging, but we'll get more into that. But Dad, you probably don't recognize this guy, do you?
Yeah, I was going to say I would introduce our guest, but
Right.
you know more about him than I, so let's bring on the intro.
Bring on this guy. So I've been on a stretch with these guest picks. So not only here within Stewartville, we're hosting it together, which is absolutely beautiful. This is absolutely wonderful. Not only is this is Dylan Petroviak, by the way.
Nice.
Good luck spelling that last
You
name.
pronounced that wonderfully.
Dylan Petroviak, not only sharp up here, Cytotech with Ashley Dahl, who is upstairs right now with his lovely wife Laura, but Dylan Petroviak, Cytotech, bags, connoisseur, pool expert,
Wow.
one of the best Rochester has to offer. Welcome. I appreciate you being here.
Wow, I did not realize I had so many accolades. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's easy when you're as good as Dylan is.
Yeah.
So,
Dylan, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Grenada, Minnesota, which is about.
Oh,
Are you familiar? It's kind of by Fairmont, not Faribault.
you're dealing
no.
you're dealing with an old town small.
You know,
Dad, tell him.
Do you know the
Well,
small town?
oh my, I go back when it was Gruntley.
Oh, yeah, Huntley is right next door. At
No,
Grenada Huntley.
when it was Grenada Huntley before
That's
Grenada
so funny.
Huntley.
My
East
mom
Main.
went to that high school.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
now it's Grenada Huntley East Chain.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy.
It's a large world we live in.
Absolutely, yeah. It's from Elmore.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Actually, I live
often do you
closer
say-
to Pilot Grove.
Okay.
Not often do you say Elmore and someone actually knows, like, oh my gosh,
That's incredible.
I know where that is.
Yeah. I mean, that's a population of like 40, not even. I don't even.
Oh no, it's like 400. It was
is it
like
400?
yeah, it was like 1100 when I went there, but then when I left, everybody just left also.
Yeah, they're all kind of with Blue Earth now. So that's
Yeah.
where they're all. Yeah.
Used to play in the famous Walter F. Mondale Auditorium before when the school was still going.
Now it's just a school for detention children, I believe.
Elmore Academy. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Wildcat spirit is still there. Just there for not good things. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, before we get too far into this episode, wow, I feel like
I'm just blown away.
I'm just gonna go upstairs with the ladies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Dylan and
Yeah.
Dean take this over, talk about small town stuff. But Dad, we need that intro and we need it now.
Okay, here we go. There it
Mm.
is.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Dylan, first impressions.
Oh, yeah, that was quite the intro.
Yeah,
Um
spectacular, isn't
it
it?
was a time machine almost. When
It's hard to
I remember when
explain.
you had short hair.
Yeah, yeah. Back when I had short
Yeah.
hair, and I'm doing the service of putting my hair back tonight. Figured let's throw it back. I try to mix it up. So
Yeah.
past episodes, sometimes I'll go man bun,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll just let it breathe. I'm going classic hat this week, and I don't know, it just seemed right.
It's a sharp look.
Yeah, not bad.
Does it affect or impact your picks one way or another?
Oh, I don't think the hat will. maybe the 4 or 5 beers before this episode started, that might do it, but I don't think so. I try to come into each episode the same each week, about 2 to 3 beers deep. That seems to be working out.
That's the sweet spot.
That's the sweet spot. I think you're there.
Yeah, I will say though, in the intro, Dean, there was a selfie of you with a beautiful background of some type of a nature park. Do you recall where that was?
Yes, Carlsbad Caverns. Good call.
Yeah, we just got back from Mount Rainier National Park a couple of weeks ago, so we've got a bunch of pictures of mountains and beautiful landscapes. So I did pick up on that. It was
nice, good grab.
Yeah. Dylan does his homework.
I do.
I may have prepped him up a little bit.
I'm also a 2-time listener.
Yeah. I was gonna say 2-time listener.
Yeah.
First time guest picker.
That's right.
All right.
Let's. No, we can't look at why is he so good at what he does?
Yeah. My apologies. Yeah, we like to not necessarily interrogate, but all of our we looked at last episode's YouTube video. So our 34 viewers, they want to know, why do you qualify to be such a good guest picker? Why are you so good at picking sports? Just talk me through your resume.
I played a little football
Yeah.
in my high school days. So that doesn't qualify me to pick games at all, but there's a little background to me.
You understand the game.
I also happen to know Josh's wife. Employee of the month.
Oh wow.
Ooh, that's probably it.
We don't need to
up too much. Whoa. We don't need to be so boastful.
Yep.
Over in breaking camp.
So that's another qualifier as to why I'm here today.
That is
making
true.
picks. Yeah,
Dylan and I are friends through Ashley. Thank goodness for that. Unfortunately, Dylan has to work with Ashley, and some may say sees her during the daytime more than I do, and that poor soul. Dylan here is a strong individual for putting up with that, because I usually
that's why we crack the cold one.
And that's why I'm drinking. But overqualified picker here, understands spreads. He's more of an NFL better.
Yep.
But we're doing Big Ten tonight.
So what
I will say
before we start, what was East Chain, Grenada Huntley? Because I know it was the Chainers.
Yeah.
But what was it when you all came together?
So they all came together and formed the Mustangs. Grenada.
That's right.
And actually,
Mustangs.
My senior year of high school, we joined with Truman even, just for sports, and they turned into the Jaguars. So now they're the Jaguars, purple and black. So the Mustangs are gone. It's the Jaguars now.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Purple and black, good colors.
So all sorts of mascots running around.
Well, without further ado, let's take a look at last week's picks. What do you say, Dad?
Yeah, let's throw these here. It was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not too shabby.
No.
I mean, no one really ran away with it. Dad,
No.
not your best outing.
No.
But I will, gas you up a little bit right now, as Dylan says. I was showing him previous weeks, and I showed him over the overall. He goes, "Oh man, your dad got 11 picks, 11 out of 13 based on the spread. That is actually something pretty impressive.
Incredible. That's incredible, Dean."
Well, the algorithm, I've got a little formula here. So the more data we feed it, AI takes care of it. So it's only going to get better. So I have to warn you about that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, overall, I know we were texting Rhonda tonight. She's probably waiting for this episode.
Yeah.
But Rhonda did beat you, and she did state that, and I quote, "I will hold this over his head forever."
Yes, and she will.
Yeah, we both know it. Though small, those words are mighty.
Little hashtag big memory.
Yep, exactly. Well,
so that's where we're at. It's still tight.
I was gonna say, even though you dropped a point, so I mean, points to come by are hard, because we're guessing six games here. We're not all going to agree upon them, but we usually agree upon most of them. So making up a point at this point in the season, I feel is more difficult. And I'm bummed I didn't make up one on the guess, but that does put me ahead of you by 2. And Dylan, now you're in charge of the guest picks.
Yeah, I'm thankful for Rhonda last week.
Yeah, we all are. Some of us. But you're in the lead. So all of our guest pickers from the get-go, our guest pickers have never been down. They haven't been, no pressure.
I feel like
right,
there's pressure on me.
No pressure. That's the one thing we tell all of our guests. No pressure whatsoever. But the guests have never been down.
To history, and just to bring this up again, there's only been one person that has gone undefeated, and that is a guest picker.
The one is only. Yep.
No way.
That'd be none other than Dean's wife, my stepmom, Darla Dahl.
Incredible.
She picked, I believe it was a perfect 11 for 11.
Perfect 11.
Yeah, incredible. I've been chasing it for years.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Because I do know spreads. Those are some even numbers.
Could you imagine Darla putting a parlay?
Yeah.
A 12-game parlay.
That's retirement worth.
That Darla could have put a
$2. Yeah.
Let's just say $20.
$20.
That girl's making $1 million.
Yeah.
So long story short, sounds like Darla needs to get in the sports gambling game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're gonna make some retirement funds.
Has she been a guest since that perfect 11-0?
Yeah, she was a guest this year, and she dropped an 8 out of 11 one week.
Dude, she is quality.
I think she's got college football. She's got the pulse of the
her formula. How would you describe it, Josh?
Darla's formula here. So I'm gonna bring up the spreadsheet of last week, and I'll go to week 2. But basically what Darla does is she looks at school colors, mascots. If they have cool stories, like if they have
the Penguin,
a player that has got a cool backstory or something like that, that pulls on Darla's heartstrings for sure, as most of America. But Darla likes those cool stories of not only players, but she had a bunch of mascot stories of how mascots came to be. It's a method, and it works.
That seems like a strategy that I should adopt.
Yes, yeah.
It seems like it's been pretty successful.
But it's one of those. It's not your strategy, Darla. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. I feel like you and I, if we try to adapt to Darla's strategy, it's not going to be as bountiful.
I think I understand that.
You know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, that's Darla exclusive.
Yeah, exactly. Only Darla knows it.
Well, and can you tell the Pete and Penny Penguin story like Darla? I mean, who can?
Yeah. How Pete and Penny Penguin came to be. Of Youngstown State.
Youngstown State.
Youngstown State. Yeah, it was riveting. I'm not even gonna try to attempt.
No, it's just
we're gonna nip that in the bud right now.
I think we need to go to Bloomington, Indiana.
I think so. All right. So Dylan, you're our guest picker. You're gonna pick first. You understand spreads. First game, Rutgers are playing at Indiana. Rutgers are favored and to win by 5. Your choice.
So I understand the legacy I have to hold up here.
Yeah.
The guests are in the lead here. Rutgers, Illinois. Or Indiana, excuse me.
Yeah, Rutgers, Indiana.
I'm already a little bit behind here. Rutgers are 5-2. Indiana's 2-4. And it's only a 5-point spread. I think the Rutgers take this -5.
Yeah.
I think they're the better team.
I'm going to have to agree with this one because Rutgers let me down a little bit last week. I'm going to go back here just a brief moment. And I really thought Rutgers were going to beat Michigan State. And that was a 4.5-point spread. And I'm very, very surprised that they didn't. And they did win, but it was 3. So, I mean, the Vegas bettors spot on, very, very close to where that spread is. Here they are challenged again. I mean, I really don't think Indiana is that good, and they really aren't. I'm going to stick with Rutgers. I'm going to go with the Scarlet Knights winning.
Are you sure? Because you are chasing the guests.
I know. I don't want Dylan and his picks to differ from what I originally was going to do. I truly believe the Rutgers are gonna come back and win. I know they're on the road, but I think they got it on this one. I'm gonna go with Rutgers on this one.
I'm gonna agree with both of you. I am shocked that the spread is this tight. Rutgers, they should have covered easily against Michigan State. They just gave stupid turnovers away.
Right.
The algorithm has Rutgers by 20.
Yeah.
By 20.
But at the same time, I'd be curious to what your algorithm last week, I think, was more of a fluke. Like, they obviously won, but they squeaked by with Michigan State. So I'm hoping that they're coming back with a little bit of a vengeance on this one. So we're all in agreement that Rutgers are going to win. They're going to take care of business in Indiana.
I am excited to see this next one.
Now, I can't believe, you saved this. You put this one number 2. Dad, we need to talk about your gamesmanship and your preparation, because this game, Penn State, Ohio State, the entire country is going to be watching this game.
Okay, you should know. Hang on.
Reference.
Before you rip on me, I put the games in order. I can't believe this. This is the other 11 o'clock game. Why would you not put this one at 2:30 or 6?
I'll tell you right now, because Ohio State, it's being played in Ohio State. They're nothing but degenerates. And this game right here, if Ohio State wins, there is going to be absolute mayhem in Columbus. Any game of this caliber in the college world, I've never been a part of it, and I think I'm getting too old to be a part of it at this point in time. Well, exactly. Thank you, Dylan. Those college kids, they win a night game like this, they are going to absolutely riot in the happiest way possible. Cars will be
destructive.
Cars will be flipped. Stoplights will be torn down. Everything destructive that is in their path does not stand a chance. And that's why I think it's an 11 o'clock game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be less drinking.
A little less drinking.
Yeah, they might wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning just to get that same amount of drinking. But
you may get some degenerates that may not sleep Friday night to Saturday morning. Possibly.
That's a good point.
That's aggressive. But needless to say, this is hands down the game of the week. College game day's got to be there. Am I right, Dad?
At the shoe. I haven't checked to see where game day is. I will.
There's no way it's not going to be, because last week it was in Washington for a Washington-Oregon game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we are Penn State at Ohio State, both top 10 ranked at Ohio State. OSU is favored 4.5. Dylan, your thoughts on this game? Break it down for me. Tell me what's going to happen.
So they're both Big Ten East. Am I right?
They are Big Ten East.
Big Ten East. I attended the Minnesota Penn State game a number of years back. Where
was it 2019?
It might have been 2019.
Yeah, I couldn't make that one. I was busy.
That was the day we got married.
That was the day you got married.
Yeah. So Dylan
was arguably a more important event.
Yeah. Some would say.
So that stink is still on Penn State for me to lose to the Gophers.
Yep. Yeah.
Not that the Gophers aren't great, but because I am a Gopher fan.
Right.
Because of that moment, Ohio State's going to cover this 4.5 point spread. The semifinals Big Ten championship has to be Ohio State, Michigan, and if they don't beat Penn State by more than 4.5 here, they're not going to get there. So it's Ohio State minus 4.5.
It's a good explanation. I am going to make my pick, as I have been this entire season, and that is based off of last week. Now, Penn State absolutely dominated, thankfully covering a massive spread against UMass. Good job. Ohio State covered their spread. Good job. Congratulations. I am literally looking at this game as if it is a Washington-Oregon game with game day there. What was the outcome of that game? Washington. I'm going to go Ohio State winning and covering based off, I don't even know, but I'm just assuming College game day will be there. It's home.
They should be.
Penn State is going to put up a nasty fight. Penn State may even have a lead at some point in this game. But I'm going to go Ohio State winning and covering at home.
Oh, grasshopper.
Father, teach us your ways.
Oh.
First of all, game day is in Columbus, so that's good. The part that troubles me is James Franklin shooting across the bow. He was aiming for Michigan, but the shot went over Ohio State when he was complaining about non-conference schedule. Yep. And Ohio State is like, yeah, look at our schedule. Strength of schedule, Penn State 60, Ohio State 11. In saying that, the algorithm has, this is my super dog upset.
Okay.
This is the year because I have no faith in McCord as the quarterback for Ohio State. I just,
this is his first year playing in a massive, big game as Ohio State quarterback.
And they have to get the ball to Harrison. This is the Nittany Lions day. Mary, this is for you. Super dog upset. PSU.
Wow. Okay. So that's always going to make up one.
I was going to say, this is where we first differ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It happens from time to time. I don't hate your pick, Dad. I don't hate it at all. But I don't know. Young quarterback, you never know. I think he's going to sink or swim, but that's besides the point. This is going to be an electric game. I cannot wait. Just as an electric game, Dylan, are you ready for this next one?
I am.
Wow. You have top 10 versus top 10. Now we go on to Northwestern at Nebraska. Ooh. Nebraska is favored 11.5 points. Tough pick.
I can't wait for this one. There's that pause.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points. So did you guys watch the Colorado game last week? I'm just curious. Did you watch the second half of that
highlights?
Game? Yeah. You realize they blew one of the biggest leads of all time.
Correct. They were up 29-0 and against Stanford.
Yep, it was against Stanford.
Double overtime, lost by field goal.
Colorado beat Nebraska.
He sure as heck did.
That doesn't sit well with Nebraska. For me, it doesn't tell me that Nebraska is ready to play football.
That's true.
Minnesota beat Nebraska.
Minnesota did beat Nebraska.
And I'm pretty sure Northwestern beat Minnesota.
Yep.
That is true.
11.5 points is too many points. I think Northwestern gets this one at plus 11.5.
Gosh, darn it, Dylan.
You do agree with me then, huh?
Your math makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It really does. So here's the factors that are coming into this game. Minnesota also had a nice commanding lead against Northwestern. Blew that one. That was heartbreaking. I think Northwestern's not. I mean, I don't know why. Do they think that stadium is going to score that many more points over an opponent? I don't know. Let me go back.
That's a lot of points.
It is a lot.
Well, and especially Northwestern did beat Howard by 3.
That is true. I'm just looking at my reference here, which is last week Big Ten. Nebraska is coming off a bye week, which means absolutely nothing because their team is not that good.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where I'm going to differ. Right here, right now. Alex would be proud of me. Alex is my brother, by the way.
Okay.
For some reason, he's a diehard Nebraska fan. He went to NDSU.
Are you pivoting right now, or
we're going to pivot? We're going to pivot right now.
I'm just asking questions.
It is going to be the power of home field advantage in Nebraska. I'm going to take Nebraska winning and covering. Got to make up that point somehow. Here's one of them.
Dylan, this is where Josh rambles to try to talk himself into it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah,
go Cornhuskers.
He hasn't even convinced himself at this
point. Dylan, I'm with you. I watched Nebraska play Illinois 2 weeks ago. Neither team wanted to win.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska did. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and yes, they have a new quarterback. Harburg is better than Sims, I guess. He's also their leading rusher, which doesn't speak well to their rushing game.
It's
Because
because
your
they're
quarterback.
athletic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yep. He's an
Sure.
athlete. He's an athlete.
Sure.
So I'm going. The algorithm has Northwestern actually upsetting Nebraska on this one.
Wouldn't be surprised
and-
by
11.5.
Dude, that's a lot of points.
That's
that is so many points.
Yeah.
Like, they're lucky to get away with a win here, but
I feel
Nebraska-
bad taking this one from Josh, but
Yeah.
Nebraska
We have to.
has big potential. They have big upside potential.
I feel like you're stretching that guess just to get you up to that guess a little bit. This might not be the best move for you.
Probably not, but Alex, you'll appreciate this. I'm here for you. I'm gonna go Nebraska. Many Nebraska fans. We're gonna move on from this game because the longer I think about it, moving on.
you can't change it. It's already in.
It's done. What's done is done. Moving on to the second half of the picks here. Wisconsin getting embarrassed, may I say, because Wisconsin sucks. Wisconsin coming off a bad loss from Iowa. Wisconsin is playing at Illinois. Wisconsin is favored 3.5. Dylan, your thoughts on this? Wisconsin just got beat by Iowa 15-6.
Yeah.
What a riveting game that must have been.
That's Big Ten football.
Big Ten football, if I've
And
ever
I think
seen it.
Wisconsin, we don't know if their starting quarterback is playing or not.
Yeah, I did hear whispers of an injury there that might sit him for this game.
Maybe they'll do him well.
You expressed some distaste for Wisconsin there in that introduction, and I share that distaste with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, Wisconsin sucks.
Yep. So I mean,
But don't let that judge your pick here.
There's a little fan and a little less analytics here in my brain, but I don't like Wisconsin, and I think I'm going to pick Illinois for that reason. And
to prevent that spread.
The supporting evidence is that question mark on the quarterback there.
Yeah. My difficult part here, because my Cinderella story so far in this season of the podcast, great catch, Dylan, by the way. Dylan almost spilled his beer on this laptop here.
Ooh.
Great catch. Is Illinois beat Maryland? Maryland has been my Cinderella story this entire season. Maryland is awesome. I don't know how they dropped the ball against Illinois, but they did, which means Illinois got a spark underneath their butt right now. They beat a very good 5-1 team. I don't know if it was at home or not. Not that it matters. Their place is on fire. But man, I just have a hard time believing Wisconsin's going to come out flat again. But Illinois maybe making some momentum here.
And he's rambling again.
Yeah, well,
this is difficult because neither team has showed consistency throughout the year, and that's why I'm having such a hard time. My gut says Wisconsin will win. I've got to differ from Dylan a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm bound to win one of those. I'm going to go Wisconsin coming off a loss.
See,
they're going to go and they're going to win and they're going to cover. You heard it here. Put it in the board.
I respect that choice because Illinois, I don't have any respect for Nebraska, and they beat Illinois.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
respect you. I just don't like Wisconsin. So I'm being more of a fan than maybe a gambling man would be. But
Nebraska's beating Illinois. Illinois is beating who did they just play? Illinois is beating Maryland. Maryland has beat a bunch of teams. All these love triangles, for lack of a better word. I don't know who to pick because everyone's beating everyone else. Classic Big Ten. I'm going to go Wisconsin. Put it on the board.
Yeah, this one's troubling. Again, when I look at the algorithm, the Illinois is 114th for giving the ball away and 116th out of 130 for their scoring offense.
Not good. Not great. No.
I'm going with Wisconsin also simply because Braylon Allen. Is
that what the algorithm says, Dad?
Yeah, the algorithm has Wisconsin by 17.
There you go.
Dean, that makes me very nervous.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say his algorithm, it is scarier as the seasons go on.
Yeah, you said more data the better. Well, there's never been more data than this week, so
yeah,
that's worrisome for me.
Braylon Allen, he is a beast of a running back, and they went away from him they'll go to him. And Illinois can't stop anybody. It's quite a combination.
There we go. Made up 2 points on the guest picker right now.
Well, I never root for injury, but I do hope that Wisconsin quarterback takes a week to get
better.
Yeah.
Take the time to really recover.
Exactly. I want him to be healthy moving forward.
Yeah, we're not rooting for injury.
Yeah.
We just want players to get better.
Exactly.
Because of the kindness of our hearts. On that note, 4. Again, I know the order that they're actually being played, but I do appreciate talking about Minnesota football at the end. But here we are, Minnesota at Iowa, playing for the Floyd of Rosedale Trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa favored 3.5. I don't know. Break this one down for me, Dylan, because I'm gonna ramble on this one too.
This one's at Iowa?
At Iowa, at Kinnick Stadium.
So I've never participated in the wave where the children's hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys? Just out of curiosity?
I've never been a part of it.
I think that's the coolest thing.
Hands down.
That is the coolest. We just said that. That's the coolest thing in football.
It's just a common thing. Yeah. Like Iowa, whatever, they're a blah team.
Yeah.
They're a good team, but a blah team. But that is hands down always the coolest.
I think that might be on my bucket list to just go to an Iowa football game and participate in the wave.
You want to go?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go.
This weekend?
Yeah, we're going to
go. That being said, the offensive coordinator is the son of the coach, right? Is that right?
Brian Fernandez.
Of the head coach?
Yep. He's got
I believe in the contract it was 25 points a game, right?
Yes.
Or you're fired. That's a tough, hard love move by Dad.
They are far below that.
I happen to know the exact number they're below that.
Oh boy.
They're 29 points under.
Bad.
So Iowa needs to get to 25 plus 29, 54 points to get back on pace against us.
That's not going to happen.
Well, see, I'm a family man myself.
I appreciate that.
So the last thing I want to see is a father fire his son. Right, Dean? Would you fire?
Yeah,
fire
I'm
Josh?
with you.
I feel Dad would fire.
Yeah, Dean?
Dad, before you bring up a good point. Side note here, let's put a pin in this pick.
Yeah.
Dad, one, I would never let you down.
Right.
Because I would do what I say. But if I were to fail at what I said, would you fire me?
It's a learning opportunity.
That's a yes. That is a hard.
Yeah, that's a yes.
That's a yes.
That's a yes. That means that you would perform what you said you were going to do. I think Iowa scores at least 40 points.
Oh man!
Wow.
I think they figure it out because what's the worst thing? Well, how's family Christmas? Hey, Dad.
Thanks for farting.
Yeah, remember when you only scored 12 points against the Gophers?
Yeah,
that won't happen.
Bad.
They're scoring 40 points. I think Iowa takes this one. I think Iowa beats the Gophers handily. I'm taking them at -3.5.
This is tough. Yeah. Thankfully, Dad, we don't have to worry about this because you're not coaching the Gophers, and neither am I.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. But hey, if you do get hired, keep that in mind. Just I want to be a defensive guy. I don't want to be
you and your hair.
Hey, leave it out of the contract, too.
Yeah.
No points. Just leave. Then you don't have these problems.
So I'm going to break this down for you. It's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa's offense does not score a lot of points. Nor
typically they don't.
Nor will they continue to score points. Their defense is awesome. Absolutely amazing. Hands down, one of the better defenses in the Big Ten. I would argue that. I would honestly argue that Iowa's defense is that good. I just don't think Minnesota's offense is going to be that good that to score on Iowa's defense. Long story short, Iowa's defense is good. Minnesota has some talent, but there's inconsistency in the offense with a new quarterback. We're still finding our groove. We have not found it yet. Iowa will score some points. Their defense is going to prevent us from scoring a whole lot. So I will go, unfortunately, Iowa to win and cover.
And I'd like to just make a point here. Yeah. We agree.
Yeah.
But for different reasons.
Very different reasons. I was not putting up 40 points.
Well, it's not that they're putting up 40. It's that the love of a father and son will create a situation, a scenario where they score so many points. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a family moment for them.
Probably.
Which I'm a family person. So
I know you are.
But you're picking them because you don't believe in the Gophers.
I don't believe in the Gophers. Sorry to say that. You heard it here first.
It's family versus lack of Gopher.
Well, I hate to take this one from both of you, and the algorithm has Iowa winning by 3.
Hard on this one. He's going with his heart on this one.
No, algorithm has Iowa winning by 3.
Oh, that's not 3.5.
So
Not
Vegas
3.5.
Vegas did it then. They did it pretty close.
And Darius Taylor is back. Ottman Bell's back. Gophers have had an extra week. Gophers schedule, North Carolina and Michigan seem to be as good as people say.
Yeah, UNC 12 winning again. That's a solid team.
I don't know if Floyd's coming home, but it's going to take a late field goal to win it. I'm going with Minnesota on this one.
I respect it. I understand it.
Dean, may I ask on that algorithm? Does it tell you that Iowa might get to 40 plus?
Doesn't say anything.
Iowa's offense is rated number 130 out of 130. Their scoring offense is 113 out of 130.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, so it would truly be a miracle of family bond.
That's true.
that would
okay. Dad's gonna have
miracle.
to make
Yeah, that's what it is. A Christmas miracle.
Dad's gonna have to make a tough decision
in October.
Christmas. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. All right, moving on. Our last pick, man. Time flies when we're having fun. We've already been here for 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Dylan, break it down for me so far. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
All right, good.
This is the first podcast I've been on in my life, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
It's your best podcast I've ever seen you do.
Thanks. Well, Dean, thank you.
Yeah, that is just the best teacher thing I've ever heard in my life. All right, last game, pretty good rival, but I don't think it's going to be close. Michigan at Michigan State. Michigan is favored by 24.5 points in Michigan State. East Lansing. Tough place to play.
This is our first big number that we've had.
Yeah, big spread.
Usually the big numbers are pre-conference play. When you get a big number in conference play, it's for a reason.
Yes.
Michigan is a lot better than Michigan State.
Yes, they are.
The big numbers are almost always in the favorites. I'm with Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking Michigan. That is a good point. Just curiosity. So Dylan does more kind of like NFL, do some NFL betting.
Yep, I do a lot of NFL betting.
Yeah. So when you see big spreads, do you usually go over?
I take the dog.
Yeah.
I took the Giants.
Underdog?
The Giants plus 14 against the last week against who did they play on Monday night? I forget already.
Chargers?
No, it wasn't Chargers.
Dallas?
Yeah.
It was Dallas or
Chargers?
It was the Chargers.
Yeah. And I think they did it.
Yeah, no, I won that bet.
Yeah,
I won
exactly.
that bet. 14 points in the NFL is too many points, no matter what. In college,
no, yeah, that's a minimal.
Yeah,
that's a middle spread. So I've seen Michigan play in person. They are athletic, and I said it again last episode. Michigan State. I gotta do my research again because I forgot who they beat.
It was the Bills, the Giants Bills Monday night. That's what it was.
Was it Giants Bills
or Sunday night? Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yes, you're right. The Chargers were Monday night.
Chargers Cowboys.
What? So it was just Chargers Dallas. Yeah. That's what I was.
That was Monday night. It was Bills Giants Sunday night.
Yeah. So Michigan State, not good. They did lose last week. They are hosting. 24, 20. Yeah, is that what it is? 24.5
points? These kids aren't getting paid like the pros.
No, they're not. 24.5 points. I think, God, ever since Harbaugh has been back on the sidelines, which I knew was a new thing. Apparently he wasn't there early in the season.
He was suspended.
That's why I don't know what for. Dad, do you know why he was suspended for?
No, I don't off the top of my head.
Coach got suspended?
Yeah, for doing something wrong. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, there's your rights and wrongs.
Yeah, don't do
it wrong.
You might get suspended.
So might get suspended. Exactly. Ever since Harbaugh's been back on the sidelines, they are racking up the points and they are covering spreads. And I've been picking Michigan to cover spreads. Therefore, I will continue to pick Michigan over Michigan State, even though it is a rivalry game. Colorado State versus Colorado.
That's a great point.
That is
a great argument.
I'm just going to point this out.
Yeah.
Colorado versus Colorado State. Colorado was favored, I believe, 24.5 points.
It wasn't even supposed to be
a game.
Yeah.
Nothing. And that game went into double overtime. So there is some factor of rivalry in this.
In-state.
Right. In-state.
Yeah.
I mean, they are literally like 90 miles
They did
away
not
from
like each other.
No, they hate each
Yeah.
other. They might even be within 60 miles of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But Michigan is rolling. They're putting up big numbers. Their offense is churning. Therefore, I will go Big Blue to win and cover.
Just while you were rambling there.
Thank you. Yeah.
It was a handful of recruiting violations. And he has steadfastly denied it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just recruit purely by the ethics book.
What was
a lot of people.
What was the suspension doled out by the NCAA?
Was it 5 game not on the sideline kind of thing?
Yeah, 4 games.
4 games.
It didn't seem to affect the team.
No, the team won, but I will tell you they did not cover the first 5 weeks. 4 weeks.
So now they've got a man at the helm.
They got a man at the helm, and guess what? They're covering.
That's probably why this number is so low.
That's covering. Yeah. Dad, break it down for us.
I'm going to agree with both of you on this one. After watching them against the Gophers and watching them against Indiana, they are, and Rutgers, they just don't get flustered. They say they are the most experienced team in college football with returning letter winners.
Sure.
McCarthy looks good. Corum looks good. The algorithm has Michigan winning by 27.
Yeah, that'll cover. I think. I mean, the Gophers spread was 20 something, and they piss pounded us for 42. The Wolverines are for real. There's no doubt about that.
What was the comment PJ Fleck made after our embarrassing defeat?
Oh boy,
I think it was this is the best football team I have ever coached against.
Yes, that's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't agree. Coaching to players to everything. Michigan, yeah, they're going for it all.
Michigan, I think they're a national champion.
They have national champion potential. But let's look at our picks right here. So I love looking at this. So same pick. All right. So we're kind of all over the board. Dad, you're picking a little bit. I'm a little bit different here.
Looks like I've picked up the 3 games is the way it looks to me.
See, the way I see it, Dean, is that I'm going to get a future shout out for having the second perfect week. Maybe only half of Darla's.
Yeah,
but I will accept that second shout.
Exactly.
A Mustang or a Jaguar shout out.
That's right. I'm both.
See, that's what I'm saying is it is still difficult with 6 games to get them all correct.
Yeah. 11.
Darla did it with 11.
Out of this world.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 8 and 3 the next time.
Yeah, 8 and 3.
Darla knows ball.
Start betting on college ball, Darla. We want to retire in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Okay. They're already retired. Go someplace extravagant and bring all your kids with you.
Well, I'm going to get her going on it because we replaced one vehicle and it's time for the other. So it would help a little bit since I'm not making as much money as I used to.
That's true. Yeah, he recently retired.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Dean.
Thank you. I feel I'm good at it.
Yeah, you're killing it. And we still got to figure out our golf outing for tomorrow.
Yes.
But that's no one wants to hear about our average trying to break 100 golf here.
The fall golf is.
And just to let you know, and Josh has been mostly supportive of the retirement. But I spent 4 months in Arizona, and he goes, we were talking on the phone because we always talk at least once a week. And he's like, Dad, I don't want to hear about the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, that's a fair thing for him to say.
He's in there. He's like, oh man, it's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's 50 degrees. I go, tough shit. It's negative 20
Yeah.
here.
Fair enough.
That's all. But yes, I know Arizona is awesome. We're always there visiting.
Waste management, is that correct?
Yeah, this past year,
Yeah.
waste management was
and I did
beautiful
hear
moment.
official from the boss. Yes, Ashley, you are the boss, just like Darla is. You are given permission to go to waste management this year.
Yep. I guess
Back to back?
Some would say.
Open tickets?
We'll see what happens. Open tickets. Maybe I'll just bring Dylan along with me.
I wouldn't mind throwing a what do they do on hole? What is it? 16?
Oh
16.
yeah, you just throw beers if they hole in one it.
Yeah, that seems like a good deal.
Yeah,
I'd like
absolutely.
to do that.
Yeah, it's not much fun at all. There's nothing to do.
It's dog shit. Girls are ugly. Dresses are long. Weather is cold. Golf is shit.
Mhm.
You know, I could just go on forever
Yeah.
about how horrible it is.
It's the desert.
Yeah,
What's out there in the desert?
Yep.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah. On that note, this has been again phenomenal episode. Dylan, give me a little cheers, my guy.
Thank you for having me, guys.
I'll take a cheers also.
Thanks, Dad. Always. But yeah, Dad, I was gonna say you and I are old news these days. I was gonna say everyone listens for the guest pickers.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Which I will need your IG, and if you have Snapchat handle, so we can shout out.
I don't have an IG.
Yeah, it doesn't do Instagram, but it does have Snapchat.
I
So
do have Snapchat.
we always
Okay.
form a Snapchat group with Dad and myself and
Okay.
the pickers.
Josh will
'cause
share that with me.
I
Okay.
will. Yep. And we just basically talk
Okay.
smack,
Yeah.
and as games go on.
Okay, we'll get you that Snapchat so I can just who did I pick? Wisconsin? Is that the one that you guys
picked it.
both against me?
You picked a couple of.
Yeah, I think I got Illinois, right?
Yep.
As Illinois is
I'll
crunching Wisconsin,
Yeah.
I will be happy to chime into that group.
I'll screenshot it and I'll send it to you so
Yeah.
you can reference back.
Okay, thank you.
But as always, awesome episode,
Mhm.
super fun. But without a doubt, we gotta break it down. So Dylan, this is how we break it down. Just like a good old fashioned huddle, put your hands together, except for we're on Zoom here. So put our hands in here and we just break it down and sports dolls on 3. So we just do one of these. There you go. Dad, you ready?
Yeah.
Sports dolls on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sports dolls. Boom.
Oh, and then we point.
And that's